This video is not going to be a picking video. It will be a how to make a Bogota video. I've had plenty of people ask me how I make mine, if this is a certain technique or method to making them. And obviously there's quite a few people out there that own my Bogotas. I could probably do about 10 people. I'm not going to list them all. Obviously you've seen videos of people unwrapping the pick sets and stuff that I've made. Don't know why I've got the device in view, but I just have. I've just been out to the garage where I keep all my grinding kit and ground out a Bogota. I thought I'd do this little video explaining what I'm doing, otherwise it'd just be a straight shot of me on the grinder. So yeah, I'll cut to the video of me on the grinder, then I'll come back and talk a bit more and work through it a little bit, all the little kinks and what stage I do where and all that sort of thing. So back again. You've seen my grinding video of all the steps and just the way I make them, really. Grab hold of it. There we go. Right, that's the Bogota that I've just done. I've not polished it or finished it or anything. Just that little skim that you saw me do at the very end, just a bit once over with the sandpaper. Just take off any burrs. But as you can see, it's still got, if you can't see, if you will focus, please focus, please focus. There you go. It's still got, bloody lighting, all the rough edges from the grinder. I'm doing this to prove it's not been polished, come on. There, all the rough edges from the grinder. Now you can see better on that side. So I've not polished it or smoothed it out anyway, cheated anyway. So I'll make another video in a little bit to show how I finish these off. So do the pieces up here, all in between, making sure that these are the same sort of depth and same size across. I'm not one of these that gets the micrometer out and make sure that they're exactly the same and they're exactly I'll just do everything by eye. I've never worked to a template or worked to someone else's design. I've just seen what I liked. I made a few, they look good, everyone loved them, so I thought, sod it, I'll just stick with that. So each one of these is, they look the same, but each one of them will be slightly different because I've never, as I say, worked to a guide before. It's always just been freehand. Everything's freehand that I do. So that's what I've just finished. So let's see if I can get it working on something. Just to prove that they don't need to be polished up, to a mirror finish, but it helps. I'll grab a lock. Hope if I was prepared. Here we go. 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 See that one? Here we go. This is, I've no idea. It has no name on it. It has no markings on it. Is there a key for it? Is that the key? I think that's the. Oh, is that the key? Yes, it is the key. This just says. Oh, that's helpful. It just says Euro. So I don't know if that's the brand or if that's just a replacement key for it or a new one that had been cut. But it's a naff old one that a local friend of mine that does some lock replacing. Whenever he's replaced a new one, he gives me the old one with a key and sticks it on his dashboard, and when he sees me next he hands me a big bag of them. So good friend to have. So I'll try this. It looks pretty rakeable, so I'm about to make a ass of myself if it doesn't. So this is me about to make a balls up. Oh, I'm Capiche, I'll make Bogotas. Oh, they work great. Until they don't. Oh, you can't see a damn thing. Let's try that way. You can see a bit better there. Is it going to work? Man, it's rough. It's rough as fuck. It doesn't. There we go. Da da da. Anyway, ironically, I don't actually have one of these in my kit, which sounds a bit daft, but not being that much of a raker, I've got a few little. This is one of my many pick sets that I've done. These are all home brews. I've got one little snake there, and offset diamond, curve, medium hook, another offset diamond, another couple of hooks. I've got a half round and a little double peak Bogota that I made when I first started making picks. It's still got the copper wrap handle, but the rest of the things I've got are just ones that I've bought and polished out, and I've just got a load of wrenches and stuff in there. So right, still got it on there, RS, look at that. Anyway, yeah, so I thought this might please a few people. What I've done, what I thought I'd just say quickly because it's going to obviously start to drag on a little bit. What I'll do first is grind this section just to make it a little bit thinner, because obviously the full width of this is, I think, too wide. It's not going to fit in most locks unless you've got a really wide open keyway. It's not going to do anything. So yeah, I'll thin the top off first, make this section here a little bit thinner, then I'll put an angle on here that I think, you know, would push the pins up nicely as you push it in, you know, make a gap. Then obviously you can't see on my grinder, but my grinding wheel has had a lot of work done to it over the time. I've always worked on the corners with some big pieces so that the edges of my grinding wheel aren't flat, aren't, you know, right angles. They're very well rounded, so I've got a nice curve on the wheel. So if I put a piece of steel on there, I get a curve that I like, and I simply put the angle on and then go in, obviously constantly wetting it with water, go in again, then go in again, with obviously making sure that there's a nice point in between. Then I grind out this section to make it you know, into a smooth shaft, as it were, and then flip it over and take away some of the excess in between these peaks, which obviously I'm going to file back again, but just to save me a job in the long run filing out all these middle parts. And that's how I do it. Give it a quick skim and then I go to work with the files, and the rest I'll show you. So I hope this pleases a few people. That's what you can do. So guys, get yourself a grinding wheel, either that or give me a shout, okay? See you later.